All right, guys, you know I don't waste no time. We're gonna jump right into this, okay? So I'm recreating the look on the right of the screen, you dig? So this is a very relaxed, calm, super soft glam, but obviously this look is older. It's from the summertime, and this is how I do my makeup now. So I tried to recreate this look because when I was doing my makeup before, I was using the wrong methods. All right, so this is super cute, soft glam, okay? And this video was requested by Pina Omi. All right, thank you, girl. You asked for it, I made it. I know it's kind of late, it's like 2 weeks late, but it took me a while to recreate this look because I kept doing a super over exaggerated glam by accident, because that's how I be doing my makeup now. But it took me like 3 tries, finally got it right. Okay, so right now I am putting a Good Molecule toner on my face, and I let that dry, and now I'm putting on my moisturizer. I washed my face before this with CeraVe, and you know, gotta get that glow. Put some Vaseline on my lips, and you know, came back a little later. I made my breakfast, you know how to eat. Now I'm putting e.l.f. Primer on my face. I've tried other really expensive primers, but I don't like them because I have dry skin, and this kind of, you know, it does something for me. It keeps my skin moisturized. The other ones that are like mattifying dry out my skin, so there's that. Right now I'm just brushing my eyebrows out. I let the primer sit for about 5 minutes. Now I'm just filling in my eyebrows. I tend to line out my natural eyebrow. I don't overdo it. I want it to look as close to a normal natural look as possible. This is how I always do my makeup. I don't like the over exaggerated eyebrows. It's not a thing for me, because when I take my makeup off, I want it to just enhance my natural look, you know? I don't want it to overdo it. All right, so I'm just doing that, and I'm just showing you guys how to do my eyebrows, because I deleted a lot of my makeup videos because I was showing improper techniques, because I am a beginner and I'm self-taught. So I got rid of videos that were showing misinformation, and you know, I decided that my videos, you know, because on YouTube a lot of times people just watch your video and they replicate exactly what you do, and I wasn't doing exactly what was right for everyone. And yeah, so you know, had to hold myself accountable and get rid of that footage, even though it was a lot of footage. But right now I'm going underneath with LA Pro Girl concealer. Fire concealer will always be my forever favorite. I'm doing it 2 shades lighter than my skin, and I am blending that out. With makeup, it's very important to blend, guys. You have to blend. So now above my eyebrows, I am doing another LA Pro Girl concealer. It is closer to my skin tone. I'm just putting that on. You know, I have orange to yellow undertone, so all of my makeup reflects that. So I am just buffing that out, you know, and it's getting good. If y'all hear any background noise, it's my mama's TV. Her TV is on my wall, and it can't be helped, child. So I'm gonna use Black Radiance foundation. I haven't found a better one. I think I'm about to try Laura Mercier, because I heard it's very good for the brown girls, so I'm gonna try that. And y'all see my skin, it looks crazy. Last year I was going through cystic acne, which was self-induced. Like, I did it myself. I was over washing my face, drying my skin out, and it was causing my skin to overproduce oil, which led to cystic acne, and I had no idea. So, you know, with time comes knowledge, and now I'm trying to get rid of these dark spots because it's crazy. So I put the first layer on, and then I just build layers because this concealer doesn't cover my blemishes well enough for me. I probably should have went in with the LA Pro Girl concealer before I put the foundation on and put it over my dark spots, but you know, your girl wasn't thinking at the time. So now I am just, you know, adding layers of this foundation until it is full coverage, or enough coverage for me, that is. So now I am putting some on my nose as well, and I'm just buffing that out. So there's that. And I also go in with the beauty blender, and I'm just, everywhere I put the brush, I follow up with the beauty blender afterwards. All right, so you know, layer for layer, baby, layer for layer. I got a little Douce in my system. It's making me feel nice. It's about to be a interesting video, an interesting voiceover. I tried to do a video where I like talk to you guys as I'm doing my makeup. That shit took forever. It was like an hour-long tutorial. I was like, ain't nobody gonna watch this because I wouldn't watch it. So I redid it, and you know, I'm back and I'm better. It wasn't moving just now, so I went back in with the brush. With this foundation, you have to like move it immediately. You can't let it sit because it will not move, like deadass. So I'm putting the LA Pro Girl concealer on my eyelid, the same one that I used above my eyebrow, and then I'm gonna blend that out. And typically I would go in with some eyeshadow, but being that I'm recreating the look that I did over the summer, it was very simple. It was for a barbecue and my family was coming over. I didn't want to be too extra, but I wanted my skin to be flawless. So yeah, I didn't do a lot that I typically would do for my regular makeup look. So, you know, yeah, it's super low, super chill look. So you know, this is just what I'm doing, guys, blending everything in together. I recently bought Black Radiance powder, setting powder that matches my skin tone, and I love it. So I put it on my eyelids to set it and avoid creasing. Right now I'm going underneath my eyelid, and I'm going underneath my eye, yeah, and I'm just like, you know, highlighting that area underneath with some concealer. And for this, I do let it sit a little bit because I feel like I like it when it's a little tacky. This concealer is kind of iffy. If you try to move it too quickly, being that I'm going to be using a sponge, it will basically all get absorbed in the sponge. So to avoid that, I just let it sit for like 2-3 minutes, nothing crazy. And yeah, so while it's sitting, I'm just filling in my eyebrows because I'm like constantly critiquing them the whole time I'm doing my makeup because my eyebrows are so important to me. Your girl loves a good brow. So I sprayed the Beauty Blender with some Black Radiance Dewy setting spray. That's what I'm spraying everything that I'm like, every time I'm using the Beauty Blender, I'm spraying it with that, because in order to use a Beauty Blender, it has to be a little damp, not with water. Use a setting spray, just do 2 sprays, and it gotta be nothing crazy, and then, you know, move the products. So that's what I was doing, and it came out really well. I've been having an issue with my foundation creasing under my eyelids, no matter if I put powder there, setting powder there immediately after or not. Like, the creasing be crazy. So yeah, and then I also, you know, pat it out on my forehead. Don't worry, guys, I'm gonna go back in with the sponge. You guys will see how I correct this because it's obvious that there are harsh lines. So we're gonna fix that right up. But yeah, I did the other eye off camera. I came back. Now it's time to contour my nose. So I am contouring the hell out of that, and I'm using the same color that I've been using to highlight. And if y'all hear that ringing, it's the TV. Like, it's getting on my nerves. But yeah, so now I go in with a little brush. You want to use a little brush when you're contouring your nose, and that's just to keep the product where you put it, because if you don't, it's gonna spread and it's not gonna be a contour, it's just gonna be a mess. So I'm using a different brush on the darker areas, and I'm just blending everything out. All my brushes are clean, and you know, we getting the job done. Alright, so I'm just gonna continue to blend until everything is blended seamlessly. There's no harsh lines. And you know, you gotta be patient with makeup, especially when you're doing a soft beat. I feel like soft beats take a lot longer than a regular beat. I don't know why. It's just more meticulous, more touchy, and I think it's because you're trying to use the least amount of product as possible, and you want it to look natural, so it's a lot of nitpicking. So yeah, I'm doing that, and yeah, it's just coming together very well. As I told you guys before, I'm going to use this sponge. I'm going to use it on my forehead, and I'm going to blend out those harsh lines. We don't want no harsh lines, all right? Nothing harsh, baby. Softcore era, okay? So doing that, tweaking my eyebrows, like I'm obsessed. I have a problem, and I'm going in with the setting powder, Black Radiance loose setting powder, all right? So I'm going to put that under my eyelid. I need to get this in a shade lighter, but you know, I be forgetting. Well, I'm not even gonna lie. the stores that we go into don't be having it. I love the setting powder. It gets the job done. It's not too heavy. It's like the perfect consistency. So yeah, I'm putting that underneath, and I'm gonna go on top with a baking powder that is lighter by I believe Revlon, but you know that comes later. So I'm just putting the Black Radiance setting powder everywhere that I highlighted, except I forgot my upper lip because I did highlight that area a little bit, but it's all good. So now I'm dusting that off, any excess powder, getting rid of that. And then I'm going in, like I said, with the baking powder. This is a very light baking powder. This makes up for the fact that my the setting powder wasn't dark enough for me. Setting powder and baking powder are completely different. Yeah, it just is. Typically you want to bake, you leave that on for a few minutes. I don't, because I think it makes me look cakey, and I'm not going for a mattified look. I kind of want to look like I'm a moisturized little, you know, flawless donut, you know. That's what I want to be given. So I dusted that off. It looks good. You guys see it's a little brighter. We're not done though. Now I gotta go in with this thing here, this contour stick. It's a foundation stick, but yeah, I'm gonna go in very light, very soft, nothing major. So I'm gonna just buff that out there. I'm gonna buff it out on my cheek. I'm also gonna go in to contour a little more with something else, but I like this to be on my face. Sometimes I just be trying to see if I could just settle for this, but I can't. I be needing the powder contour because it just be doing something for me. All right, so we buffed that out, and it's looking good. It's giving skin. So now I'm going in with the loose setting powder from Black Radiance in my actual skin tone on the rest of my face. I used to not do this, and it makes a hell of a difference. You need to set your entire face. Set it. Make sure it doesn't move, crease, you know, all of that. So I did exactly that in all the areas that I didn't highlight, and now I'm just cleaning up my eyebrows a little bit because it got a little faded, you know. So I'm doing that. And I'm gonna cut away because I done did this like 3 times. So I'm using the Watch Me blush palette from Crown Case. We love a black brand. All right, fire, great, heavily pigmented everything. So I'm putting that on my cheek. I'm using the darkest color on there on the palette to highlight my face, bring a little more color back in, because you know, you don't want to look washed out, but you want to look natural. You know, you don't want to look dead. The left side of my face was a little more contoured than the other, but your girl ain't noticed since I was making this video share. So then I went back in with that red blush and, you know, pat it a little bit. Used a very small amount because, once again, this is natural. You know, I'm a melanated girl. I don't be blushing like that. So, you know, did that. Now I'm contouring my nose again with the same powder that I use on my nose, the dark powder from the Watch Me blush palette, just because I wanted a little more definition. So I'm using that, and then I'm also gonna go in the middle zone, the highlighter zone. I'm gonna use the lightest color on that palette, which is kind of like a very, very, very light brown. All right, so I'm gonna do that. So now we're gonna go and highlight. All right, this palette is from BH Cosmetics. It's the Bali palette. I really like their bronzer a lot. It's heavily pigmented. It's nice. It's very soft, a soft golden, you know, feel. I love it. So I put that under my eyelid, put it on the bridge of my nose, do a little dab, you know, on the nose, you know, because I got that little button nose, you know, they be paying for this type of nose. So now I am going on my cheek with the same bronzer, but I'm using a small brush. I learned this a while ago, and you want to pat, you don't want to drag, because you'll end up moving that blush that you put on your cheek, and that's a no-go. So you pat, and you know, you look at the reflection, see if they reflect in the same, you know, because what one side of your face do, the other side gotta do too. They twinning. So doing all of that, I love it. This look is coming together so well, seamlessly. CoverGirl, oh my god, delicious. So now I'm going in with my mascara. Your girl ruined her eyelashes. I don't even know how, but yeah, I'm using this. Y'all know that mascara, it's been around forever. If I'm not using this, I'm using the green, is it the Maybelline? I think that's what it is. I like it a lot. So now we're moving on to the lippy. So I'm lining my lip with the same liner that I use on my eyebrow. I don't care, I'm sorry, I love it. It does something for me. It's my favorite. I've been doing this for mad long. I've tried lip liners, I don't know why they just don't hit the same. And then this is the Savage Fenty Mauve Wives. All right, love this color, it's one of my favorites. Super good. I used the heavy lip gloss before. Any thick lip gloss that's just thick, you know, mad thick, put that on, and then put the Mauve Wives on, mush it together. I just put some blush on my nose, the same blush I use on my cheeks. Right now, you know, I'm all flinchy using the setting spray, and I'm gonna pat because, you know, it's a little blotchy. And yeah, I love to use a dewy spray in the like colder months, and then I go for more of a mattifying look in the summertime. All right, but in this picture right now, it was the summer and your girl was sweating or something because I just look very, very shiny. But I was kind of trying to avoid that because that's not really a look you actually want. Okay, you don't want to look that shiny, but you want to look, you know, hydrated. So doing that, hiding my baby hairs because, you know, I don't need them curling up on me. So, you know, this look came out very, very nice. It's giving skin. I love that for me. I hope you guys love it. I hope you try it. Once again, compare, contrast. I love the newer, updated version of this makeup look. It's completely like, it's fire. It's fire. And I also had a wig on, so my hairline was a little snatched. Therefore, my eyes were a little pulled back, you know. Love that effect, but this is my natural hair, so I didn't get that. But thank you guys so much. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Subscribe, like, comment, you know, all that. Share the video. Love you so much. Catch you later. Bye.